Hello and welcome to the ceramic studio. What you're looking at is a 4 to 5 pound block of clay that will be used to make a spoon rest, and I'm going to demonstrate that on the pottery wheel today. Whenever it's finished, it will look something like this, which is small enough to fit a standard spoon, but keep in mind that when you make these in the future, you can make them any size depending on the size of the spoon that you want it to fit. But for demonstration purposes today, I just wanted to keep it at the same scale. But also keep in mind that what you see me make today will be a little bit bigger than the one that I'm holding, just because I had to factor in shrinkage that takes place whenever the clay dries, as well as whenever it will be fired later. So just remember that. So what we need to start with is wedging. And for anyone who is not familiar with the wedging process, that basically means kneading the clay so that we can remove any air pockets that might be inside of it, and just to also make it a solid piece so that it's less lumpy and easier to work with whenever the process begins on the pottery wheel. So all I do is push it forward, fold it back, push it forward, fold it back, and there's many different ways that you can wedge, but that is an easy way to do it if you're a beginner. And it's actually how I wedge most of the time anyway. Just remember that as long as you get the air pockets out of it, that's all that matters. And I do that a few times. This video will also be universal to really any other video that I share that involves pottery, just because every piece that you make needs to be wedged. So this kind of speaks for every video that I create. So I'm just going to do that a few more times. And then what I do is pat it into a ball. So you can do that by hand, or you can also roll it around like that. And it doesn't have to be obviously a perfect sphere, just as long as you're able to get it to a point where you can grip it. And that's just going to make the process easier to start out with on the wheel whenever the throwing begins. So with that said, I'm going to stop the introduction here, and in the next clip we will begin the process on the pottery wheel and make the spoon rest.